The Norwegian Nobel Committee has decided to award the Nobel Peace Prize for 2025 to María Corina Machado. She is receiving the Nobel Peace Prize for her tireless work promoting democratic rights for the people of Venezuela.
The Nobel Peace Prize 2025 has been awarded to María Corina Machado, a woman whose tireless work in Venezuela has kept the flame of democracy burning even as authoritarian darkness spreads across her country. In this video, we will cover the reasons she has been recognized, the extraordinary challenges she has faced, the state of Venezuelan democracy today, and the global significance of her struggle for freedom and peaceful transition. The Norwegian Nobel Committee announced on October 10, 2025, that María Corina Machado is the recipient of this year's Nobel Peace Prize for her relentless efforts to defend democratic rights in Venezuela and her steadfast struggle to achieve a just and peaceful transition from dictatorship to democracy. As the leader of Venezuela's democracy movement, María Corina Machado has become one of Latin America's most extraordinary examples of civilian courage in recent times, bringing together a once fragmented opposition around the shared demand for free elections and representative government, a principle that forms the very core of democracy itself. Venezuela, which once enjoyed relative democracy and prosperity, has transformed into a brutal authoritarian state, suffering a profound humanitarian and economic crisis, where most citizens live in deep poverty while a small elite enriches itself, and where the violent machinery of the state targets its own people, forcing nearly 8 million to leave the country. In this context, political work becomes extremely dangerous, yet Machado, as a founder of Sumate, an organization devoted to democratic development, stood up for free and fair elections more than 20 years ago, famously choosing ballots over bullets, advocating for judicial independence, human rights, and popular representation, and dedicating her life to the freedom of the Venezuelan people. Ahead of the 2024 presidential election, Machado was blocked from running by the regime, prompting her to support Edmundo González Urrutia, a candidate from another opposition party. Together, hundreds of thousands of volunteers mobilized across political divides, trained as election observers to ensure transparency, and risked harassment, arrest, and torture to oversee polling stations and safeguard the integrity of the vote. Despite innovative and peaceful efforts, including publicizing vote counts showing the opposition's clear margin of victory, the authoritarian regime refused to accept the results and clung to power, illustrating the immense challenges facing democracy not only in Venezuela but across the world, where authoritarian leaders increasingly undermine the rule of law, silence free media, imprison critics, and militarize societies. In recognizing María Corina Machado, the Nobel Committee highlights the critical importance of people who refuse to stay silent, who confront grave risks to defend freedom, and who remind the world that democracy must always be actively defended with courage, determination, and persistent action. She has met all three criteria outlined in Alfred Nobel's will: uniting her country's opposition, resisting militarization, and promoting a peaceful democratic transition. For more updates on global leaders, democracy, and stories of courage like that of María Corina Machado, subscribe to the Indian Express and stay informed on the people shaping the world with courage, hope, and determination.